You're watching CW50 News at 10.
Sometimes people go on the website and they look and they say, oh, there's no appointment available for a month.
Right now on CW50 News at 10, a new executive order by Governor Whitmer will give you more time to renew your state identification. Plus, public health officials are bracing for coronavirus spikes after 4th of July parties raise concerns. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brooke Katz. The 4th of July is over, but the impact of large gatherings over the weekend could spike coronavirus cases in Michigan. This was the scene at Diamond Lake Sandbar in Cass County. Partygoers could be seen without masks, and social distancing, as you can see, pretty much impossible. After a steady decline in both total confirmed cases and COVID-19 deaths, Michigan is beginning to see its numbers creep back up.
Go ahead and pick one of those persons on the video and say, okay, that person is infected. And let's look at who would be within 6 feet of him. And then you go, wow, how do you trace down those people?
One event organizer says the video doesn't show the people who were social distancing. The Secretary of State is issuing a new extension due to the coronavirus pandemic. CW50's Chris Walker tells us what you need to know before you plan your next visit.
The Michigan Department of State is modifying renewal dates for driver's licenses, CLDs, state IDs, and vehicle registration.
We obviously don't want to get in the way of, people need to get to work. People need to sort of keep living their lives. And so this gives them that flexibility.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed an executive order to make the extension that was passed by the Michigan legislature in response to COVID-19.
If your license, state ID, or registration expired after March 1st, then you have until September 30th to get up to date.
Some transactions can be done at self-service terminals, while other business must be conducted inside the branch by appointment.
We're continuing to optimize our appointment system. We actually added about 20% more appointments last week, just as we sort of continue to improve the system. We see ways where we can, save a minute here and a minute there, which doesn't seem like much, but when you're talking thousands of them every day, it actually does add up.
Advance appointments can be scheduled up to 180 days ahead of time. Same-day appointments are also available.
Sometimes people go on the website and they look and they say, oh, there's no appointment available for a month. But if you, wait, check the next morning and look in the same-day ones, you may see that, something's coming open because we have those same-day appointments. Thousands of them are released every day at every branch.
To schedule a day and time, visit the website on your screen. Visitors are also encouraged to wear masks. Reporting in Detroit, Chris Walker, CW50 News at 10.
Chris, thank you. And here's where Michigan stands today with coronavirus cases. Currently, there are more than 66,000 cases of COVID-19 and more than 5,900 deaths. This includes more than 11,000 cases in Detroit and over 1,400 deaths. And health experts warn of coronavirus spikes in other states after 4th of July's holiday weekend. Several gatherings across the country show people did not have on masks and were not social distancing. Chris Martinez has more.
Florida's most populated county is once again shutting down indoor dining, gyms, and other indoor venues because of a new spike in coronavirus cases. A curfew remains in place.
In terms of the data that we're looking at, the news is not particularly good. Our hospitalizations are at its highest level.
In a span of 1 week, Florida reported more than 59,000 new coronavirus cases, the most in a 7-day period. The state has recorded more than 206,000 cases since the pandemic started. Nearly 15% of everyone tested positive in the past week.
For every case that's documented, there are many more infections that have actually occurred. The median age of everybody testing right now positive for this past week is 36.
Daily cases are also rising in Arizona, Texas, and California. People waited in their cars for hours at this testing site in Fort Worth, Texas.
Our goal is to make sure that we are getting the testing to the neighborhoods that need it the most.
But scenes like this one at a Wisconsin water park have officials across the country worried there will be a huge increase in cases over the next few weeks.
LA is at level orange, which means a high risk of infection. Residents are being urged to stay home as much as possible.
The Sacramento Kings became the latest NBA team to shut down its training facility because of new coronavirus infections. In Massachusetts, people can now go to gyms, museums, casinos, and movie theaters, but not yet in Boston. And Harvard University announced classes for the upcoming school year will be entirely online.